Hello, welcome to the Lisa Loves Stitch and Flosstube. My name's Lisa and I just want to welcome all of you to my latest episode, especially to my new subscribers. Thank you for deciding to come back and see more. And to anyone who's a new viewer, you can subscribe below by clicking on the down arrow. Sorry, when you click on the subscribe button, there'll be like a little bell come up, which gives you notifications when I post a new video. So it is Sunday, the 4th of August. I thought I'd just check in quickly and do a video because we are in the process of moving house. So I thought I'm probably not going to get a chance in the next week or so because we'll be busy moving and cleaning and all that jazz. So I thought I'll just drop in and share what I'm currently working on, which is not much because I'm too tired by the end of the day after packing and everything. But anyway, I'll just show you what I've done so far. So also my great aunt, Auntie Olive in the UK turned 107 yesterday and she's been enjoying the celebrations. Just amazing. And my nan turned 100, as I mentioned previously, this year in June. And I think it's just amazing that her sister-in-law is still alive, 107, and still going strong. And yeah, we were just sort of thinking it's a combination of good genes, determination, and whiskey or gin or whatever your spirit of choice is. So I think they're half pickled. Anyway, on to, before I go on to that, when we move house, I'll have my own craft room. So that's going to be exciting. So I'm in the process of just putting all my boxes and bits in there. And then next week I'll start to unpack and set the room up. So hopefully it'll be a work in progress over time. To rejig it. I'm going to take one of the buffets that we have that I got from an op shop many years ago, and I'm going to use that for storage in the craft room, so that'll be nice. And yeah, so I'm excited. And I have views of the backyard and the bush, and there's a cockatoo nest we saw up the back in a gum tree just outside our back fence, so that's going to be fun watching the cockatoos shenanigans. And then we have a lovely veranda that looks out over the neighborhood to the distant hills, which is beautiful. And every afternoon you see the cockatoos in the distance flying and a few hawks flying overhead, so it's really lovely. And it's like just over an acre, the block, most of it the front yard, and all trees everywhere. So we did a lot of pruning on Saturday morning, and now we're just in the process of moving stuff over, and then we'll do our big move next week when we're taking time off work. So that's an update on where I'm at the moment. And now let's get into the cross stitch, which will be very brief, short and sweet. So sorry for banging that on the thing. It's probably annoying if you've got headphones in. So I recently had to get some threads for my Botany Bay sampler from the US, so I ordered this Celtic Santa I'd seen someone doing, and I just love them. And I've got Scottish heritage, so this is the Scottish Santa, and he looks very dapper there with his kilt and his blue bonnet. And it's a perforated paper Mill Hill kit, and has lots of beads, and all the threads, more beads, way more than I'll need. I don't know if I showed that close enough, sorry. So that's him there. And so far, and it's weird stitching on perforated paper. I hope I don't have to pull anything undone, otherwise I'm doomed because it'll probably tear. And it's weird stitching with 3 strands. So I've just done his blue bonnet and his eyes. So that's all I've done so far, and I'm just going to work my way down and hopefully have him done in time for Christmas to hang on the tree at the new house. I was going to wait till November to start him, but I just couldn't resist, and I wanted something that was like a small project that I could just pick up because we were busy, that I could just easily pick up and do a few stitches here and there. So, and it doesn't require too much hot light or anything like that to be set up because it's quite large, the holes. So the other thing that I'm working on at the moment was I started, I don't know if you're participating, let me know below if you are participating, but Laura from Laura's Crafted Teas and I are doing a stitch along with the Botany Bay sampler by Fox and Rabbit Designs, and that's it there. It's was done in Britain by a young girl who later ended up coming to Australia, I think as a convict, or maybe as a free settler, I'm not sure. I'd have to reread the story again. And her name was Margaret, and she was aged 10 when she did this, and this was her idea of what she thought Botany Bay looked like, and what she expected to see when, you know, in Australia. So that's really cool. I love it. I love the tall ships. I love this big building here, and here's the docks. Yeah, it's really cool. And I thought it was quite funny. She's done lots of rabbits here, and in Australia they're a pest, and because you know they breed really well. And actually in Queensland it's prohibited to own a rabbit. If you're caught, it's like a $30,000 fine or something like that, because they breed so prolifically they damage the native habitat for the other animals. So that's that. So this is what I've done so far. So I'm using the called for fabric, which is 36 count legacy linen from Picture This Plus. And it's my first time stitching on 36 count. But this is what I have done so far, which is the top left-hand corner and then coming across to the first flower. And I'm really enjoying it so far. I'm a bit nervous about the border matching up, but I'm triple checking my counting and everything. And then in this corner is satin stitch. And yeah, I tried really hard to do it neat. So I really love this fabric. I love the color. And it's almost got like a ever so slightly olivey tint to it, like greenish tint to it. But yeah, it's really beautiful fabric. And this needle minder I got while I ordered the threads. I got this one, which is Hands On Design. It's one of the Priscilla Blaine Chalk Farm series. And I got another one, which I might have in my box. Let me just see. Or maybe not. I thought I had them here. I've got another one, and it's a Halloween one, which I might show you next time. And it says boo. And Wayne's always saying boo to me. So I thought that was kind of fun. Ready for my Halloween stitch along. So let's just see. There might be something in this bag. Oh, goodness me, everything's going everywhere. So yeah, so some of the called for threads were Weeks Dye Works, Cayenne, Weeks Dye Works, Oscar, Weeks Dye Works Hazelnut, which is really lovely. That's the borders in that. So Weeks Dye Works again, Cinnabar. Classic Colourworks Eggshell, which I also used on that old white farmhouse sampler. The Gentle Art Simply Shaker Raspberry Frost, which is quite pretty. Weeks Dye Works Chestnut. Honeysuckle. Weeks Dye Works Chablis. It's a really pretty pale pink, very pretty. And Weeks Dye Works Dirt Road, love the name of that. And oh my gosh, my favorite, Weeks Dye Works Blue Bonnet. How pretty is that bright blue? Oh my gosh, so pretty. So I just got enough threads because it's quite expensive buying the fancy floss. So I just got enough threads for what I need for the first page, like the first sort of 2 pages of the sampler, and then I'll worry about getting the other threads later on. That way I could start it and keep going for quite a while without having to buy it all at once. So back onto the stitch along. Laura and I are doing it together. Laura's Crafternoon Tea. If you have a look at her Instagram page and follow her on there, I'll put it down below. And we're doing it, we're calling it sort of epic along because it's quite big, and we're not rushing how fast we need to get it done. We just get it done when it happens. We're working on it on a Sunday, so we're calling it Samplersunday. So hashtag epic along, hashtag Samplersunday, hashtag Botany Bay Sampler. And if you want to join us, even if you're not doing the Botany Bay sampler, but you have another epic sampler that you want to, or something big that you want to work on, and you just don't want to work on it alone, then certainly join us in that hashtag on Instagram with the epic along hashtag, and then we can see what you're doing as well at the same time, and then we feel like we're stitching with lots of people, and it keeps you motivated rather than just being on your own. So hopefully I'll see some of your stuff over there on Instagram. I'm Lisa Loves Stitching on Instagram if you want to follow me there, and Lisa Loves Yarn 76 on Ravelry if you're a knitter, but I don't really post much in Ravelry project wise. I'm a bit slack there. I mostly use it to just download my patterns. So that's all I have for you today. I probably won't podcast till the end of the month. Wayne and I are going to see Fleetwood Mac on the 22nd, so I'm really looking forward to that. And that was my anniversary present to Wayne and I. And yeah, so hopefully the move will go smoothly, and hopefully the next time I do a podcast, a Flosstube, it will be from my new craft room. Till then, happy stitching, take care, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.